here with my sister.
Morning.
There you are. And we are at Ullswater area. We've parked up by Aira Force and we've walked along one side of Aira Force to get onto Gowbarrow. That's the hill of the day today. It's a lovely gorge with a river and waterfalls and rapids running through the gorge. Very popular this time of year. It was extremely busy, which is why I didn't film that much. But we're going to go back on the other side when we descend Gowbarrow, and we'll get more of the rapids and the actual fantastic Aira Force waterfall, which is a real tourist hotspot because it's amazing. We've got views over Ullswater right now, and we're heading up the side of Gowbarrow on the Ullswater side, doing a circular route back over the tops, and you get fantastic views down into Ullswater and the surrounding hills. There's going to be a mixed bag of weather today, an improving forecast, and we're hoping the heather's going to still be out in bloom. It's a bit late for it this time of year, as it's the middle of August, near the end of August, but hopefully it will still be lovely and pink. So catch you all in a bit.
So from the High Cascades car park, you can walk either side of High Force down to Aira Force waterfall, but the Gowbarrow trail is on the far side, so we chose to cross the bridge heading on the left hand side of High Force, and on the way back from Gowbarrow Fell we cross lower down to get the viewpoint of Aira Force waterfall.
Yeah. Right. So you can. Then after the ceremony, then you can kind of like go outside and mill around, and there's like fire pits. So we've parked on the higher car park on the Dockray road, and that access is higher up Aira Force. There is a lower car park you can do this from at the main visitor centre. I think both are National Trust, so charges apply if you're not a member. And you go through the ravine of Aira Force and you head out onto the south side of Gowbarrow with views of Ullswater. It traverses easily enough, and it's part of the Ullswater Way. And it will take you around the back of Gowbarrow onto the summit, and then we'll head down the west side with views all the way into Ullswater and up the valley. So it's a lovely rewalk. I think it's about 481 metres. It's not the biggest or highest Wainwright, but it's certainly got a lot of character. There's lots of heather in bloom still, as it's mid-August, so it should make it for a cracking walk. And as I say, on the way back you can head up the other side of Aira Force, so you can take in the amazing waterfall, the Aira Force waterfall. It's very dramatic. It's a real highlight and a very touristy hotspot. So I'll take that at the end. Just pan you round. There's the views of Ullswater, up Glenridding and Patterdale. You've got a steamer boat going along up there. You can get some steamer boats from various points, from Glenridding over to Howtown. You can get them from Pooley Bridge. So it's always good to do a hill at various times of the year. You get a completely different aspect of the fell. I've done Gowbarrow quite a few number of times. The first time I did it was with my sister, and it was perfect conditions. It was snow, thick crispy snow on the ground, blue skies. It was like crispy solid snow, so it's fantastic to walk on. It was absolutely amazing. I'll try and find some photos and put them on. We're talking about a good 6 years ago, I think. And this time of year, in the summer, it's totally different because you've got lots of bracken, so it's very green and vibrant. And in August, you've got all the heather. There's masses and masses of heather as well, so it'd be lovely and pink on the tops and on the sides. So you get different aspects of the fell, and you get different atmospherics each time you do it, different lighting, different colours of the season. In autumn you'd have all the bracken lovely and golden and orange, so that'd be a nice time to do it as well. And say in winter time when it snows, it's an easy fell to do. Just looking up into Howtown and Martindale. You've got Helen Fell there in the foreground. So it's a lovely traverse path along here with Ullswater to your right. We've got masses of heather amongst the bracken here. It's lovely. It's still lovely and pink. And I keep going on about the heather, but it's absolutely amazing. If you've never experienced heather, miles and miles of pink heather, you need to do it. It's just so lovely. So it's worth coming to this little viewpoint. It's not much of a detour, literally 100 yards through a gate and you get a fantastic view of Ullswater, the whole length. I think Ted's hoping for a treat.
He is, but I said, oh, we can have it when we have our lunch.
Yeah. So thank you, Anita, for my latte coffee cake.
It's very nice.
Another Billy's Rock. You're looking the wrong way though to look at your kingdom, Billy. Anita and Teddy wanted to join the party.
Yeah, who will be king of the castle?
So the path is lovely along here. It's right on the edge and it's quite a narrow traverse path above these crags. It's quite a steep drop down there, but it's really nice. Yeah, that lovely rowan tree with the berries. do seem to be doing this route the opposite way round, don't we, to everybody else?
Yeah.
Literally everyone else is coming down this way, and it's quite busy, so everyone's got dogs, we've got dogs, path is really narrow, so it's a little bit frustrating, but it is what it is, isn't it? We always go this way because you still get the views of Ullswater going down from the top. Just find it easier this way. But as I say, the Ullswater Way, this is part of the Ullswater Way, and you would literally come down this path if you're doing the full Ullswater Way. I guess this is what happens when you make an Ullswater Way path where thousands of people will walk it, and the weather has been so wet. That's what it does to the ground. It's like a right bog hole here. That's looking back. That is Little Meldrum and Great Meldrum over there. And the Ullswater Way, I think, if I'm right in saying this, it continues through that forest around there. They've actually cut that forest down on this side so you can't see the forest, but it did go through a lovely little forest around that side. So we're just going to head up that little crag bit there, and that will take us on to the summit of Gowbarrow. Just looking over to Gowbarrow Fell. And that's Little Mel Fell. Little Meldrum and Great Meldrum. So you can head straight up that crag, but we're going to go round as we've both got bad knees. We're doing the easier way. Summit of Gowbarrow, 481 metres.
Gowbarrow Fell used to be called Gullberg, which is Old Norse for windy rocky hill. And I can tell you, it's always windy on this summit.
Off Gowbarrow Fell now. We're going to head down the west side off the ridge. I'll show you in a bit the view that you're going to get of Ullswater all the way down back to Aira Force. Okay, it's a little bit of bog to negotiate on the coal of Gowbarrow. So the true summit of Gowbarrow is actually behind me, which is slightly higher, but I think the Wainwright summit, and the one that everyone goes to, is where the trig is, over there. So we're on the summit now, of the proper summit of Gowbarrow Fell, and it's very windy. You get a fantastic view of these crags, That's Lisa there on the proper summit of Gowbarrow Fell. Much quieter, but it's so windy. Well, we're hoping to have some lunch on here. Woo! We need to find some shelter. Heading off the main summit, and we're going to head down the westerly ridge all the way along there, down the far side, heading towards Aira Force.
The path now heads through some lovely heather, heading towards Green Hill and Gowbarrow Park. Gowbarrow Park in the 17th century used to be an old hunting ground, and it's reported there were up to 600 to 700 head of fallow deer. There are great views looking over the eastern fells, the Dodds, over to Douthwaite Head Valley.
So we're heading down the west ridge. As I say, I'm not used to how much bracken there is on this path, because I usually do this fell in the winter time. But you've got the lovely views of Ullswater.
We've actually just passed Green Hill. We missed the path due to the thick bracken, but there's plenty of other viewpoints to be had along this ridge. For some reason I've got my hat on inside out, so you can see the label sticking right out. What a numpty. Here's another little rock for Billy to survey his kingdom on. Such a beautiful view of the lake.
So we're just heading off the ridge now. We're nearing the ravine. We're nearing Aira Force.
In the 19th century, the Howard family planted thousands of trees and an arboretum below this waterfall, along this ravine, and the waterfall plunges 65 foot down into this ravine.
So we're going to head towards Aira Force waterfall, which is fantastic. So we're very close to it, you can hear it. We're going to go over the bridge.
This bridge will take you over the top of Aira Force waterfall, and you get a really good viewpoint from here.
We're going to head down there where you get the view of the waterfall. So from the bridge you actually have to go down the steps to actually get the view looking up towards the waterfall. That's what we're doing now, heading down. I'll bring you back when we get to the viewpoint.
So we're now heading quite steeply up these steps on the other side of Aira to head up towards the High Cascades to where we've parked the car.
At the car park, so it's time to say goodbye to this fantastic waterfall behind me. It's been a great walk, lovely and sunny now, it's been fantastic on Gowbarrow. There's Anita. I hope you enjoyed the video. Catch you all again on another adventure very soon. Bye for now.
Good morning and welcome to Map and Scissor Time, and this is a route for Aira Force onto Gowbarrow Park and Gowbarrow Fell. And we parked on the higher path up here, and it's called the High Cascades car park. It's National Trust, so charges apply if you're not a member. And then you cross the road, the Dockray road, and you go on the access path to head into the ravine here, High Force and Aira Force. Now Aira Force waterfall is down here, so you can alternatively park in the lower car park by the visitor centre, which will be here, down here. You park low down by the visitor centre, charges apply again, and you would walk up like this to Aira Force and then cross over to go onto this track here.
But as I say, we were coming in from Keswick, so we parked on the higher path, on the access path, to cross the bridge here, as the trail for Gowbarrow is on this side. And later on we're going to cross over to Aira Force waterfall, and on this side back up. So yeah, you go down via High Force on this side, and then you access onto the track where it's signposted here, Gowbarrow Fell, through a gate, and you start to get lovely views of Ullswater. And this is why we do this route, because this keeps the view of Ullswater the whole way. You can alternatively, most people go up via the wall up here, but you miss out on all the views, and it takes you onto the summit round the back like this. So we go on the traverse path round here, and you start to head up the fell side on a narrowing traverse path, but it's easy enough. Great views, and you top out onto Yew Crag. It's worth a detour through a gate. It's worth heading onto a little outcrop here, because it's very steep crags on this drop here, and you get views all the way along Ullswater, all the way down into Glenridding and Patterdale. And it's worth a nice coffee stop. Then you head back round, and this path is lovely. It's like steep drops here, so you get a nice airy feel, hugging the crags along here, heading round the back of Gowbarrow. This would be the Ullswater Way path going along here, so you don't want to do that. You head up on a track round the back, and it meanders around onto the summit. There's a trig point, and the trig point is the Wainwright summit. It's not the true summit of the fell, but it's the Wainwright. 481 metres, views over the eastern fells, over this way to the Pennines, and it's usually very windy on here. So we ended up going on to the true summit, which is not much further away, as it's a lot quieter, and you get views down this side and over to Helvellyn and the Dodds. We had a lunch, and then you're just following a boggy path, aiming for this top here, which is Green Hill. You get another great view here. All the way along this western ridge, you get views all the way down Ullswater, and you just follow through the bracken, aiming down like this. There's a few outcrops as good vantage points for the view, aiming back down here to head into the ravine. And as we wanted to access Aira Force, we actually topped out on the top bridge looking down, but then you have to go down some stone steps. It's really hard to see where Aira Force actually is on this map. I think it's here. Yeah, where you've got this bit here, the steps here. Aira Force, so you go down some stone steps over a bridge, and you get the view of the 65-foot drop of the waterfall. It's worth a detour. And then you head back up the steps this side, and then back along Aira Beck and High Force, following the rapids. It's really, really lovely along here. Back to the access path, back to where you park the car. As I say, I think it's about a 6-mile route, but I'll check that, and I will put the GPX route in my description of the full mileage and the full route, so you can put that onto your GPS device. So thank you for watching. Catch you all again on another adventure very soon. Bye for now.